All right, question number two.
Number two.
Which New England state has the best gold?
Hello and welcome. Thank you for watching. I'm Wes, this is Tom, this is the Hip Bee Explorer. We travel around New England looking for gold and exploring. And today we are starting a brand new series. We are off on a new trip and we're on the road. We're heading to Maine for the annual fall cleanup, river cleanup that the Central Maine Gold Prospectors does every year. And we're going to get some prospecting done, get out on the river, who knows, maybe even a pirate ship race in this trip. Not in this episode, but we're going to try, we'll see. So, we're heading to camp and we'll show you some scenery along the way. Let's go! What a beautiful time of year this is. The leaves are changing. The foliage is late this year, so it's like we got two extra weeks of it or something. And we're almost at the camp, but we're gonna be going by the Coos Canyon Rock and Gift, and it's late in the day now, so we want to stop in just to say hello to Rosie before we head over to the camp. So we're gonna stop in. Say hi. How's it going with that?
It's like we never left.
You know, Bob said they should have just left their tent set.
If I'd have known, I would have made it a lot easier. We're at the camp. We just got here. You can see this square here because it hasn't been long since we've been here. You can still see the outline of the tent where the pine needles fell around it. And feels good to be back next to the river here. Good enough to run around the field out there. I ran around the field because I'm happy to be here. Sun came out. There's a few sprinkles over there. A little windy.
It's crisp, yeah. Crisp.
We better check with the Hip Bee and see what the weather's going to be like.
Hey, all you groovy dudes and you slap-happy hippies. This is Hip Bee, and I'm here to give you the weather. Let's go! Today is gonna be groovy, baby. Those few clouds over there, they're gonna bug out. It'll gonna be a clear night and cold. Yeah, very cold. Now you better get that tent up because it's gonna be a bit windy. You're gonna get blown away. That's right. And you gotta get me some honey. I'm running low. And get a fire going. Doo-doo.
Thank you, Hip Bee, for that marvelous weather report. Now we need to get our tent up and get out of the wind. Let's do it. we're setting up. I wouldn't say it's an easy tent to set up. This Cabela's Alakanac 12 by 12. There's like 24 stakes, but we got a system. It goes pretty quick.
Wes is spraying down the tent with a water repellent. We had a couple drips the last time. Of course, it was a day and a half of pouring rain, so a couple drips isn't bad, but it can't hurt to shore up the seams with a little bit of the water repellent now and then. This tent now is going on, I don't know, about 4 years we've been using it, so. And this will be its 4th winter.
Gold, 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 gold.
I didn't even know there was that much in there.
Yeah, me neither. Quite a bit came out of there.
Hit B said it was going to be windy, so I got to secure the stovepipe. Now when I have the oven on, or in the pipe oven, I leave one section of pipe out so it's not too long. Now you'd think, don't you want it long? Well, the longer it is, once it gets to a certain point, the creosote builds up easier because the smoke cools down. So you want it long enough so that the sparks come out, but not too long so that it builds up too much creosote. got to set up the time machine. You gotta make sure it's staked down because you don't want the time machine blowing away when you're in it. It brings you back in time to before indoor plumbing. There you have it. Now this wood here we have two kinds of wood. Indoor wood and outdoor wood. Not to be confused with evening wood and morning wood. The outdoor wood is pine, and it snaps and creates a lot of sparks. And the indoor wood is kiln dried, so it's nice and dry, doesn't create a lot of sparks to protect the tent. We're all set up. How long did that take? About an hour or so. Wasn't too long. He's having some crumpets. Let's see what he's got. Oh, let me show you. Wisps. Baked cheese bites. I'll show you. They're pretty good.
They're really good.
Hey. Whoop, I dropped it. Let me show you one. Oh yeah.
These are Parmesan.
Low carb, high protein snacks. Are they low carb, high protein? I don't even know.
Yeah, they are.
I thought so. All right, we got our wood cut, but we do have no outside wood. We only got inside wood. So we have to go out to get the outside wood. And I noticed that Bob's Big Bundles had no bundles.
None. Not a one.
So, seeing that Bob's Big Bundles had no wood, we got to go to the local that we got some before, which it wasn't bad, just right down the road. So, we're going to be doing that. Let's go get some wood. We can't start a fire yet. We need the wood. Here we are. We are going to take this time to answer some questions that we get all the time, frequently asked questions about prospecting and beekeeping and YouTubing and stuff like that. You got the questions?
Yeah, the top 5 right there.
What was the first question?
Can you show me where the gold is?
Can you show me where the gold is? Everybody wants to know where the gold is.
It's out there. You just got to go looking for. That's why it's called prospecting, not mining. It's all about the hunt.
And that's what we've been doing for 3 years, showing you where the gold is.
Yeah.
Just go to the streams where we found it, and don't go to the streams where we didn't find it. Now you can go to the streams where we didn't find it and find it. We just didn't find it there.
And you
But-
don't find it every time either.
No,
That's another thing, you know?
it's not easy to find. It's a rare thing. Gold is everywhere. It's just concentrated more in some places, and in other places it isn't. And I find that the bigger the river, it's pulling from a large watershed, so you can have better chances of getting gold in it.
All right, question number 2.
Number 2.
Which New England state has the best gold?
Which New England state has the best gold?
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
It is. Depends on who you ask. I know people in Vermont say Vermont is the best, and I know people in Maine that say Maine is the best, and I know people in New Hampshire that say New Hampshire's the best.
But this is our show.
Nobody's saying Rhode Island is the best.
This is our show.
Yeah.
So we'll answer that the way we want to.
Yeah.
You know, I like Maine.
And I like New Hampshire. So, and there's reasons for both. I haven't done much in Vermont just because it's longer to get to me from where I live. New Hampshire and Maine.
Right. We do a lot in Maine and New Hampshire, so that's why people ask which state has the best gold, Maine or New Hampshire. So, they both have good gold.
They do.
This
It's
answer.
just different. There's a lot more surface gold in New Hampshire you can find in the gravel bars. In Maine, there's more overburden, and there's bigger nuggets, but they're down the bottom on the bedrock. The biggest nuggets I've seen of all New England states come from Maine, that I've seen. I mean,
But you got to work for it.
Yeah.
It takes work. All right, moving on to question number 3.
Number 3.
What's the best places to stay in New England overnight when you're going prospecting?
In Maine, we like to stay up.
Well, Coos Canyon Cabins and Campground right here in Byron, Maine is
Yep.
a great place.
Yep.
Thumbs up. And that's if you want to come up and do the famous East Branch and the Swift.
Yeah.
So,
And Twin River Campground
Twin Rivers.
in New Hampshire, in Bath, New Hampshire.
now they have a store. You can get all your panning. You can get all your panning needs up here in Coos Canyon as well at Rosie's.
Yep.
And Twin River has their own store. You can get all that stuff there.
Yep. There's also over in Vermont, Camp Plymouth, where Buffalo Brook. You can stay there, and there's a shop over there where you can get prospecting supplies too in Vermont. What's the name of that?
Upper Taconic Gold Mining Supply. And that's in East Poultry, Vermont. Or East Pulteney, Vermont.
I haven't been there, but we plan on going out there. A friend of mine owns the business, Wayne, and we're going to be getting out that way hopefully next year.
Two-
Late this year.
2 other places that you can stay at. Maple Haven Campground in Woodstock.
Maple Haven Campground in
thumbs up.
Woodstock. Big thumbs up to them. We've stayed there.
Yeah.
The Moosalaki Brook right behind, which comes off of Mount Moosalaki. Has
So-
gold in it. We've been there.
If you get a campsite right on the river, you can pan at your campsite. You'll have
Right there.
access. And one other mention is a federal campground, and that is Wildwood.
Yeah, Wildwood Campground, part of the White Mountain National Forest.
Is that in Benton?
That's in Easton,
Easton.
New Hampshire, which is near Benton. It's also near Bath. It's right in the corner of Easton, and it's not far from Tunnel Brook, just a couple miles away. And the Wild Amanuensis is like right across the street from that. So
Okay, moving right along then.
moving right along.
Number 4. I want to get into gold prospecting. How do I begin?
How do you begin? Well, you go to one of those places, right? You get yourself a pan.
Well, you can go to thehippie.com,
You can go to thehippie.com.
get yourself a panning kit and a bag of pay dirt to practice with at home.
Yep.
And once you get good at getting that gold out of the sand, then you're ready for the river.
Yep.
That way, when you go to the river, you know what you're looking for.
Yep.
Because that's a big issue that people have when they first begin. Is it gold? Is it not gold?
Yep.
You can come up to Cruise Canyon, Byron, Maine, and go to the Rock and Gift Shop.
Yep.
And you can get pay dirt there. You can get a pan there. They will take you outside and give you a lesson on panning. You get everything. You can rent equipment there too. If you only want to invest just a little bit of money.
See if you like it. You can rent a pan and a scoop. Go out. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's made very convenient.
It's convenient for people traveling through, and they just happen upon it too, and they say, "Oh, I'd like to try that," and then they see they can just rent it for the day.
Yeah.
They can.
And having that lesson is priceless.
Yep. What's next? What's next?
Question number 5
Question
is,
number 5.
where do the bees go in the winter? A bee question.
Where do the bees go in the winter? My goodness. They don't go anywhere. They stay right there. Well, here's what happens. In the fall, this time of year, all the male bees get thrown out because they were just sitting around playing video games all day. And they get tired of it. The drone bees, like the hip bee, he's a drone bee. He gets thrown out every fall. And the female bees, the worker bees, they stay together in the hive in the winter and cluster around the queen and the brood, keeping them warm. And they can keep the inside of their hive quite warm, up to 90 degrees in the middle of winter.
Impressive.
And because they have to keep it that warm for the brood to produce. And the queen lays eggs all winter too, just not as much as in the summer. In the spring, she gears up and there's more bees. That's
Well, there
about
you go. That's the top
That's
5.
the story. That's the top 5. Now we're going to get ready for dinner. And I'm not sure, I think we might be cooking inside. We're going to discuss that.
I got my Mr. Buddy going. Look at that. That thing works great for a quick fix when you want to warm it up. But you need this wood stove to make it through the night. Uh-oh. Looks like someone forgot the can opener. Oops.
But as you can see, I forget the can opener a lot, so I know how to do it.
It is a common problem you have.
Well, we only have one, so we use it at the house. This is a can of pumpkin puree. Because here is an ancient recipe. Got to be delicate. It's very fragile. This is a honey cornbread muffin mix. But don't pay no attention to the directions on there. And first thing we want to do is we want to take about half of that. So we're going to bring that down about there.
Now we're only making half because we're camping and we don't need a lot of it.
Yeah, we don't need the whole thing.
It'll give us some more to make tomorrow night.
1 egg.
Remember the time we forgot to put an egg in it?
Yeah.
We tried to add it like halfway through. I'm not so sure that it came out too well.
1/4 cup of pumpkin puree. Like 2 ounces of pumpkin puree.
And that's half of the recipe.
So we'll go like that. 1/4 cup of milk. Whoa, that looks like it. Okay, there's our butter. And we're going to mix that up. Okay. We're greasing it up. Oil them up. And then I'm going to pour that right in there. Okay, we're putting it in. What's the oven on? Want to wait until that cools down some? Yeah, we'll give it a moment. It's up
Oh,
high.
maybe. It's like 450 degrees in there.
While that's cooking, we've got some nice gravy. We're going to dump in here.
Oh, did you tell people what you found
Oh!
after the whole can opener
I
fiasco?
found my can opener after I opened it with my knife and ruined my knife. But that's okay. Get it right on there. Now, what we have here is delicious turkey. Look at all that. We made a turkey yesterday. And boil. Running out of room. We're going to check it. Let's see.
It's looking pretty good.
You can see it came out clean. I'm going to put it down here. Gravy is getting warm.
Looks like we're having a feast there.
Nice fall feast.
Let's take a look at this cornbread while we're waiting.
See how I did. Oh,
That's not
how's the
bad.
bottom look? Oh, very nice.
It actually looks just right.
Looks perfect. Look at that cornbread, honey cornbread. Can
Honey.
I try this little piece right here? Piece.
Now there's honey already in this cornbread, right?
Yeah.
Plus,
Plus, you put a little drizzle.
fresh off the bird.
Yeah, we just cooked that yesterday. Look at that.
You want to skip the gravy too?
No, I want gravy.
Just making sure.
I'm just not on the cornbread.
Wow.
That's what we're gonna do. Gonna bring that over to the table and we'll tell you how it is. Here we are. Let me see if the broccoli's done.
Broccoli looks done, but it's hot.
Mm-hmm. Broccoli's done.
Oh, that turkey's perfect.
Marvelous. And the pumpkin cornbread.
Thumbs up.
We're gonna eat this and we'll be back. I forgot my sponge. I was gonna put a new one in, I never did. But I've got, look at this beauty. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles magic towel. See that? So,
What's
we're
that gonna
open
do?
up. I'll open that up. Let's see, we've had this for years. A couple of years at least. and it's been kicking around, and we threw it in the, because I just want to play with it. And now I have a reason.
It was like for an emergency, and this is an emergency.
That's it.
What are we looking at there? Can I see that? It's like a compressed.
Yeah. It's like a towel, but it's been compressed. It says add water, so let's see.
Or a face cloth. It's looks like it's pretty small.
Oh, look at that.
Oh wow.
That'll do. I can wash with that.
Huh, that's great. Emergency face cloth with emergency towel.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know their names, do you?
No. Let's see, so far we forgot the water pump, so we didn't have a sink. We forgot a sponge, so we had to use the emergency Ninja Mutant Turtles towel, which we just inflated. We thought we forgot the can opener, so we opened up the can of pumpkin with a knife. But it turns out we do have the can opener. But that pump that we use over there is like a faucet. Without that, it's going to be a little makeshift this trip. But we'll make do. Someone's got to do the dishes. Doing a good job there. Doing a good job.
Here we are. Dinner was delicious. Nice fall meal.
I thought it was top notch.
Top
One of my
notch.
favorites.
Turkey reheated really well. It was fresh. We just cooked it last night.
But you put that cornbread with it. Honey pumpkin cornbread in.
And that's going to wrap it up for this episode, I believe. Thank you for watching. If you can't get enough of us, hit that join button, and you can become a member and watch behind the scenes and members only videos that we have on our page, on our home page. Don't forget to check out thehipbee.com. Get yourself some honey, beehive products, honey candy, pay dirt, prospecting equipment, all that stuff. Anything else?
No, I think you've said it all.
I think I've said it all. Till next week.
Peace.
Peace.